everyone and welcome to So Old Fashioned. I'm Katie and today I'm going to share with you some of my plans for the start of 2018. Now, I'm not going to limit it to January because even though I do have a lot of spare time at the moment, I am doing things other than sewing. And I like the idea of saying, this is what I'm going to start off with and we'll see what happens once I've done those things. I will get straight into some of my plans. Now, I'm going to start with the things that are easiest to reach. And that happens to be a pair of shorts. I rather like to just throw on a pair of shorts and a nice t-shirt, preferably one I've made myself, during the summer. And I don't really have any at the moment that I like. So I'm wearing pajama shorts, don't tell anyone. But I'm planning to fix that with the leftovers of this fabulous floral chambray for my wrap skirt. And I've settled on this rather cute 1970s pattern. It does have a date somewhere, 74. I have a lot of patterns from 1974 actually. It's quite strange. I don't like the 70s, I like 1974 specifically. These shorts here, that's the skirt, those are the shorts. They're the ones I'm going to make out of that floral chambray and I think they'll be great. Only downside is they have no pockets in the pattern. I'm probably going to add a little patch pocket either in the same chambray or possibly the polka dot. I have some of that left over as well because I need pockets. As long as they fit my lens cap for my camera, that's all I need. That is one of my first plans and I have already traced the pattern but I haven't cut out the fabric yet because as you can see it's still like that. Alright, the next thing I can reach easily are the fabrics for my tops. I'm lately making a real focus to sew tops because I mostly sew for some reason dresses and skirts, and that kind of leaves this area a bit out of options really. But I have really started to sew a lot of tops. I made 3 tops for my capsule wardrobe, for example, so I'm going to continue on that and it will lead to some skirt plans that I'll talk about next. I'll show you the patterns. I have this lovely quick sew pattern that I found recently. It has a raglan sleeve. I don't know that I want to keep that collar, so I'm probably going to sew all the sleeves and front and back together and then cut my own sort of neckline. I think I'd like a bit of a wider neckline. I have a Berta pattern for a raglan t-shirt as well, and it has a nice almost boat neck sort of neckline on that. So I may possibly trace off that onto the fabric and then I can use that neckband piece from the Berta pattern. Wow, I'm glad I talked to you about this because I hadn't thought of that previously. Yeah, I love a raglan sleeve and I think that should be quite cute. I recently found this pattern that I forgot I purchased, and this is another case of me buying a pattern because it reminded me of a top I used to have. And I'm going to sew a combination of, let me just actually look at it. I like this one but without the ruffle, so it's sort of like that body and these fluttery sleeves. And I really loved my Butterick 4685, but I love this pattern a lot, so I would like to sew a couple more of this lovely thing. There's one where you can also do a ruffle in the same fabric as the top, which I might choose, but I would also like to experiment with maybe dyeing the rotary anglaise that I have to sort of match the fabric a little bit. So I don't know, I'm undecided on that, but that could be fun. I do not have any fabrics for that one. However, for the new look pattern, I have this fabulous sort of house city door sort of, it's architectural, let's say that. I think it's a lawn. I've had it for a very long time. Well, a couple of years, you know, not decades or anything, but that is so light and that would be really nice for that. And I also have from an op shop this fabulous sort of flower print. It is a black and cream. I love black and cream, very nice, but it's a very, again, a very lightweight and good for traveling because it does not require ironing because it's highly synthetic. Finally, for the raglan, I have this light grey with little light polka dots. While I was washing it, I was thinking maybe I should make that into a manetta, but I think it would look a little sort of weird and washed out, and I'm quite pale as well, so it could be difficult. It could look weird at first glance is all I'm saying, but yeah, I'm going to stick with the plans for a t-shirt for that because I think it will probably go with the shorts, it will go with my wrap skirt that I'm making, it'll go with my chambray skirt. and probably a couple of other things. So those are the tops that I'm planning to make, and I think I forgot to bring my skirt patterns in, so we'll go straight to the dress fabrics. You can see Gertie standing there behind me in her lovely dress. I am currently in the process of making a 12 from Gertie's Ultimate Dress Book in Ladies in Fabulous Dresses sort of print that I showed you in Vlogmas. But once I've sorted that out, I have 3 pattern dresses that I would like to make. I have first of all this Cloud 9 certified organic fabric in this fabulous swan print. It's not very Australian because in Australia our swans are black, but that's right, I'll still wear these. They're just negative image swans as far as I'm concerned, but it's very cute. I like it. I like it a lot. This one I also showed you in Vlogmas. It's another architectural print. Have I mentioned I kind of wanted to be an architect when I was a kid? And this is quite a sort of stiff fabric. I can't remember what it is because I can never remember what my fabrics are. If it's not printed on the selvage, I've forgotten. I'm thinking that I might do a pleated skirt for that because it is really stiff and I think it would hold the pleats well, and I don't think it'll work well as a sort of gathered skirt. So that would be fun. And that's the thing with Gertie's book. You can mix and match. So once I get the bodice fitting, I can choose whatever skirts I want. Finally, we have this very pretty cloud print. This is on a lovely sort of cotton linen. Oh, I wish you could feel it. I mean, seriously, come around to my place and just feel this. It's so soft and beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited to make a dress out of this. It's pretty, plus it's, you know, clouds. Awesome prints, right? Those are the 3 dresses I'm planning to make. The swan print and the cloud print will probably just be a basic simple bodice with a gathered skirt, and the house print will probably have a pleated skirt, as I said. And they will all have pockets because that's what happens around here. Skirts. Oh, skirts, skirts, skirts. I have a lot of skirts, mostly they are printed. Even my plainest skirt, my chambray, still has panels of polka dot fabric on it. My aim this year is that I will make skirts out of plain fabrics. Problem, I don't have any plain fabrics. I literally went through my entire fabric stash, and the closest I get to plain is like a houndstooth or a sort of checkered pattern. As I said in my New Year's resolutions videos, I'm planning not to buy things this year, with one exception, and that exception is plain fabric for skirts, because I literally don't have any. And as much as I like the challenge of pairing prints with prints, I would really like also just to have the option of saying, there's a pretty printed top I can wear with this plain skirt. So if you have that problem as well, or something similar, do let me know, because it's nice for us to share our frustrations with ourselves, with each other. I have 2 patterns that I would like to use. The first one is this Simplicity Jiffy pattern. I quite like the simplicity. Oh gosh, sorry about that. The simplicity of these skirts. I have leftovers from another skirt that I made and that I would like to make that. So I've actually chosen this because it uses the least amount of fabric. And then I'm actually really excited about this one. I have this fabulous skirt pattern. I love this. It has this gorgeous yoke detail. The pocket pieces are part of the skirt front and back pieces. Like, there's no options if you don't want pockets. I mean, why would you not want pockets? But I think that's fabulous. Like, you are having pockets in this skirt. I am going to take one of my my least printed fabrics, some sort of wool blend that I got from an op shop a while ago, and do a practice on that. Then I'm going to buy a fabulous pinwheel cord. There are some amazing colors that you can get. I'm tossing up between a sort of deep red or an obnoxious orange. I think it would be so much fun. Like, I could go with black or bright pink. So when I've tested it and I know the pattern and I'm confident with it, I'll get a nice bright pinwheel cord and make that. So I should have then at least 3 skirts I can wear with all of these tops, because as you saw, all the fabrics I've chosen for my tops are prints, because that's the way I roll, and we all know that, right, by now? So those are my sewing plans for the start of the year, and to a certain extent continuing throughout the year. As I said in my resolutions, I want to make a wardrobe that works together and suits my style, and I think I'm getting closer to that. I can't tell you how much my sewing has increased and improved since starting my channel last year. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I wonder if I should start a blog, definitely start a vlog. I think I said blog just before then, I meant vlog. Blog, also good. Speaking of, I have finally started adding proper content to the website that's going to accompany this channel. So I am going to direct you to, there'll be a link below, and you can look at the patterns and the fabrics in a bit more detail on my blog. I like writing and photography as much as I like talking to a camera, so hopefully that will keep going throughout the year. No, it will keep going throughout the year. Not hopefully, it will happen. But we've reached the end of the official section of this video, and it's time for my mini vlog. What am I wearing? I don't know if you can pick up the sparkles on this. It sort of sparkles more when it's darker. I don't know. This is my sparkly t-shirt, my addition to my capsule holiday wardrobe. I cannot remember the pattern, so I'll put it down here so you can know what it is. But yeah, it's really simple, came together quickly, and it sparkles. So there's some video that I've recorded, so I will cut to that now so you can see a couple of things that we've been up to.
There we go. Let's start it off with everybody's favourite. King parrots eating seeds. Just keeping an eye on things. Oh well. King Parrot has his breakfast. Now I think I should get mine. Pickle thinks she can see her breakfast eating seeds on a deck. Don't you, Pickle? Well, I have a new thing in my study. We went on a little bit of an adventure for this. I will show you some photos of the roads down which we traversed to get this, and it is, as some of you I'm sure have spotted, a Horn sewing cabinet, and it cost me $60, which is considerably less than a brand new one would cost, and it currently has ironed pattern pieces for one of the skirts that I'm planning to make on top of it, so I'll trace those out later on, but I'll remove them and open it up so you can see what happens to it. There you go, it becomes this enormous sewing station. I cleaned it up a bit. I took all of these off and gave them a good wash, and there was some ink stains all over it, so I used eucalyptus oil to get rid of those and just made it nice and shiny again. And it is going to keep my Husqvarna 2000, so I can get that out to sew with things from that particular era, which will be fun, or just because I want to. With my first sewing machine, it belonged to me. My parents gave it to me one Christmas. I will possibly show you next week the whole thing with the sewing machine in place, and oh, there's so much storage. I can put stuff in there. Technically you're meant to put an overlocker in there, and I do have an overlocker, but that's actually where Missy goes, so I can't put an overlocker there because that would just be rude. Very excited with that. $60, pretty good value, even if we did have to travel down some interesting roads. Yeah, so that has been my week so far. Oh, I promised I was going to give an update on my knitting, but I couldn't find the thing that I was planning to make next, and I had so much fabric I kind of forgot. Oh, who's been asking me about my knitting? Is it Angela? I think it's Angela. She's asking me where I got up to in my cardigan that I was showing you in my Vlogmas. And I've got to a point where I have to pick up stitches and knit a ruffle, and I'm kind of finding reasons not to do that because that drives me nuts. It's so frustrating, but there's only one more to go. I should just power through. But once I've done that, it's the sleeves and a collar, block and sew together, and I have a really cute little top that I'm planning to make. So I will try and find the pattern and wool that I'm going to use for that and post that on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram at SewOldFashioned, you will see that pop up at some point. Thank you for following along. Thank you for all your comments and your support. I hope you enjoyed my little mini vlog at the end. I will be back again with you next week. In the meantime, keep up all your good work with your sewing and your knitting and whatever craft of choice you happen to enjoy. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you all again soon. So goodbye.